For nearly a week, the Prime Minister's chief advisor has been fending off demands he should quit over allegedly breaking lockdown rules. Today, the local police force has given its response to his actions. Durham Constabulary say that Dominic Cummings did not commit an offence in driving to County Durham, but on his separate trip to the nearby town of Barnard Castle, their conclusion is slightly different. A statement from Durham Constabulary said that they have concluded that there might have been a minor breach of the regulations that would have warranted police intervention. Durham Constabulary view this as minor because there was no apparent breach of social distancing. The statement goes on, had a Durham Constabulary police officer stopped Mr Cummings driving to or from Barnard Castle, the officer would have spoken to him and, having established the facts, likely advised Mr Cummings to return to the address in Durham. But they say no further action will be taken. Labour is saying he should be sacked.
Knowing the advice now, that is the likely advice that would have been given, it is clear that both in terms of the letter of the rules, but the spirit of the rules too, that it is one rule for Mr Cummings and Downing Street and it's another rule for everybody else.
The Prime Minister, though, has said he regards the matter as closed and that Dominic Cummings behaved reasonably and legally, a defence we've heard over the last few days.
He has acted responsibly and legally and with integrity.
I think reasonable people will understand why he acted as he did.
What Mr Cummings did was within the guidelines.
And the view of the public?
It's definitely showing that people like Dominic Cummings have a certain level of privilege.
Well, I think it's unfair. He's a family man. I mean, here we are, all of us, trying to join our family as well.
Someone in his position needs to be beyond reproach and set a good example.
The Prime Minister needs to have very strong credibility, and that's withering away.
I personally think he didn't do anything major if he didn't come in contact with anybody.
They have been locked in this together, but the Prime Minister is determined to hold on to his right-hand man. Andy Bell, 5 News.